Morning. We're back at it. Just dumped another load. Tarrigator's rolling today. This truck's rolling today. Gonna try and get something done. We've got roughly probably 700 or 800 ton left to haul, and roughly, I don't know, 1600 ton to get spread. So making progress little by little. Loading and waiting on a load. Getting with it. We're swapping spots for lunch, so I get to run this old pig for a little bit. I enjoy the Tarrigator. I do. It's extremely sketchy. It's extremely wobbly. It's extremely unstable. If it doesn't have oil under it, it doesn't have oil in it, whether that's hydraulic or engine oil. It's just a ragged out truck altogether. But hey, it gets done what needs done. And well, I bought it so cheap that if the thing blows up today, really it doesn't owe me a dime already. So we're just gonna send it. It's fun to drive and it's massive, and other than that, I really don't have a whole lot to say about it. Spreading. As you can see in the mirror though, it kicks her out good. It's really sketchy on these hillsides, so they're steep and it's a giant tricycle, so it'll make you pucker a little bit on these hills, I'm not gonna lie, but we're getting her done. The Tarrigator is a little bright. He is blinding me real good right now. But we're about done with this barn finally. We got one more left. We'll be good to go. So good times. We're gonna be able to spread about 1,200 acres this year, I believe. So that's gonna be really nice. Well, we're on the last load of this barn. Going up the conveyor. Should all fit in the semi pretty easily. So I'm loading myself and pulling the truck up this load because I'm the last person here. So let's get with it. First, let's clean my windshield because I can't see anything. Let's go. Tarrigator is like the majority of the way full, and so is the truck. I didn't think we were gonna fill them, but apparently we are. So on that note, that barn's done. We'll move that conveyor in the daylight first thing in the morning to the next barn. We'll get this stuff dumped, but we're gonna call that good for tonight. I'll take it. Morning. You'll never guess what we're doing today. Loading out more manure. We're getting there, slowly but surely. I don't even know how much we've hauled at this point. I just know that there's a lot left, which is good. I can't complain because it's cheap fertilizer. Man, it doesn't end. And the thing is, we're only hauling it. We still got to spread it all. I mean, we're spreading some of it right now, but we're hauling more than we're spreading by far. So we're gonna have plenty to do this winter between hauling grain and spreading litter. Good problem to have though. If we're staying busy, we're making money, right? Isn't that how that works? Maybe, I don't know. We are keeping the road hot though. I'm running this truck, Michael's running the Tarrigator. We're spreading away. It keeps us moving. And there he goes. Rolling coal. Feathers flying everywhere. Gotta love it. So fast forward 2 weeks or whatever it's been now. A bunch of the footage I took at Farmer to Farmer didn't get saved and I lost it because a lot of it was like on Snapchat and I just saved it. But it was a great time. Hung out with some other farm YouTubers, Zach and Nick Welker and a couple others. Went go-karting. That was fun. Met a lot of cool people there. Spoke on a panel, which I'm going to put later on in this video if you want to watch it. I spoke for I don't know, 5-10 minutes or whatever. But the clip's, I think, only three minutes maybe. It's just kind of who I am, little introduction, kind of my backstory. For those of you that haven't followed the channel and don't know, if you want to watch it, sure. But yeah, it was a good time. I didn't want to shove a camera in a bunch of people's faces, so I didn't. But it was a really good event, and I would definitely go again. So, yeah. Anyhow, we're up to shop work and jumping tractors right now. I'm in the Steiger, and it is very dead. Oh, you just gotta be so basic. You gotta be so basic. Get your video, get your Snapchat of the arch. Look at all the tents down there. That looks like a nice community to live in. Lots of tents and trash under the bridge. Wonder if that's a gated community. Nice. Keep it on the road. So Sydney, how would you describe your farmer-to-farmer experience so far? Mainly your driving experience, because we're not there yet. Are you nervous?
Driving through big cities, yes. And I'm sweating.
Why are you sweating? It's freaking windy on your side of the truck because you have the temperature turned down so far. It's not hot. Okay, two types of people. Hers is on low. Mine's on 70. Two types of people. Do it. Do it. Do it. Yeah, so my name is Ethan Clark. I'm a first-generation farmer in Washington, Indiana, so southwest Indiana. My backstory, I carpet farmed full-time for several years. Never thought, I always wanted to farm, but never thought it was actually a viable option. Didn't have any ground in the family, didn't have any equipment. Obviously, farming is very capital intensive to get started in. But I had the opportunity. I worked with an older gentleman for years, riding on the fender of a tractor. He wasn't a large farmer, but he had a little bit. He had one daughter. She wasn't interested in farming at all. So my senior year of high school, I had a lady approach me and she said, "Hey, I've got 15 acres. Do you want to rent it?" And I thought, well, sure, but I don't have any equipment. So I went to an auction and was gonna buy a small, less than 100 horse tractor, a little 10-foot disc, you know, give it a go. And it brought way more than I was planning to pay. Realized very quickly I couldn't afford to have my own equipment on 15 acres anyways, just kind of a shot in the dark. So I ended up using his equipment, and then as I picked up rental ground, basically I was using his equipment and then working for him for free, quote unquote, for his equipment, just trading time for equipment. And all the while I was in college, initially I was going to go for 4 years, and by year 2 I had my associate's degree, and I decided, well, I'm already doing what I want to do, why keep going? So I was working several jobs to make farming work full time. You know, it wasn't something I could do overnight. I was growing the operation, but and I started in 2017, so it's been 5-6 years now, and I do farm full time now. But you know, I was getting up at 3-4 in the morning, going and loading trucks for UPS, working daytime jobs too, and then farming when I actually had time to. So it wasn't something that happened overnight. It's something that is very capital intensive. You cannot live off the farm. You can't live off farm income, or it's very difficult to getting started. I mean, you gotta have outside money coming in, basically. But I've grown from there since got married, and grown the operation to the point where I'm doing it full time now, and I actually just hired a full-time guy. So going forward, looking to continue to grow, not necessarily just in acreage, but just diversifying, making more with less. Not, you know, oftentimes you hear of a farm growing, it means they get more acreage. For me, that's part of it, but it's more so getting into those niche markets, you know, growing some specialty crops here and there, and just finding some things that set yourself apart from what everybody else is doing. You know, to grow your operation, you don't have that base that multi-generational farms might have. So that's the plan going forward.
Great. All right, yeah.
We're back from the farm show. Michael's got the shop cleaned up, and it looks like the skid steer's not got any turkey litter on it, so doesn't even smell that bad. It's got air fresheners in it and everything else, so he's been busy while I've been gone. So that's good. I think we need to tighten our tracks a little bit. They're getting a little slob.